All right, so we are diving into the first critical question to discover your personal mission, and that is, what do I believe? What do you believe? And we are using this PDF download, so grab that. And we're diving into the first question: what does what you believe have to do with your personal mission in life? And how important are your beliefs to you? If you had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, how important are your beliefs to you? What would you rate yourself? 10 is they are super important. I'm clear on the importance on my beliefs. And 1 is I don't think what I believe is that important at all. Or most of you fall somewhere in the middle. Let me clarify. The question is not asking, are you completely sure about what you believe? That's not the question. The question is, do you believe that your beliefs are at the root of the life choices that you make every day? Because your beliefs determine who you believe you are, your identity, and your identity determines what you want, your desires. And then your desires lead to the kinds of thoughts you have, which lead to the feelings you feel, and that leads to the actions that you end up taking every day. Those actions on a consistent basis become habits, and those habits are your life. So your mission is going to be simply the actions that you take on a daily basis, but it all flows from your beliefs. So if you believe this, then give yourself a 10. Your beliefs are super important to you because they are at the heart of your life and your identity. Okay, so I have included this little flow chart for you in the yellow highlighted portion here so that you have that in front of you. And with that, let's either pause the video so you can jot down your answer to that question, or we can move on to the second question here. And that is, regarding your identity, right now, who do you believe you are? How would you describe your identity? And what is your identity rooted in? What determines your thoughts about who you believe you are? Now, let me just give you some ideas. A lot of students that I mentor, they have inadvertently, okay, not purposefully, it just happens that a lot of their identity is rooted in their performance. It's rooted in their successes and in their failures. A lot of my mentees also tend to inadvertently root their identity in what people think of them. So others' opinions determine their identity, and it determines what they think of themselves. So you might ask yourself, does my performance determine what I think of myself, my successes and my failures? And does what people think of me, others' opinions of me, determine what I think about myself and who I believe I am? Okay, now let me give you the Christian angle on this, all right? The biblical angle on your identity, your true identity. Because if you are a Christian, if you have placed your trust in Jesus Christ and you believe that he came to live a perfect life in your place, he lived a perfect life for you, and you believe that he died your death on the cross for you, then your identity is in Christ. Okay, that's what it means to be a Christian, to be a disciple of Christ. Means you are now crucified in Christ, and it is now he who lives in you and not you who live. And that's from Galatians 2:20. If you want to dig deeper into this identity in Christ, there is a series, a playlist on my YouTube channel called Becoming a Gospel-Centered Leader. Watch those videos and you can learn more about how to root your identity, not in your performance, but in Jesus's performance for you. Not in what other people think of you, but in what God thinks of you. Okay? So you can find that link. I'll put it somewhere on this page where it's easily accessible. So take a moment, pause this video, ask yourself, who do you believe you are? What is your identity right now? And maybe rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How gospel-centered are you right now? 10 is, I know my identity is in Christ and in nothing else. My successes, my failures, what people think of me does not matter at all to me. Most of you probably aren't quite there yet. But 1 is, I am pretty much the sum of my successes, my failures, and what people think of me. And I don't even know how Jesus figures in to my identity. Okay, that's a 1. So be honest with yourself. Pause this video and give yourself a rating before we move on.